If you have been watching the channel for a while now, you may have noticed that my coin count has sort of gone up over time. And at one point I was just under 5 million coins, and then 5 days later I had managed to get up to just over 10 million coins. So roughly I made 5 million coins in 5 days, and that was with a broken auction house. And in this video I'm going to show you all the different ways you can make those coins like I did, as well as a secret future trick that we might actually be able to make a lot of coins from. So let's start off with the auction house. Now obviously I made these coins back when the auction house was broken, nothing was selling, and I bet you I will get a ton of comments saying,
well, Thor, the auction house doesn't actually work. I can't get any of my players to sell. I've been listing them up and they won't sell.
That is going to be the same for everyone, no matter how much you actually try and put them up. Sometimes they won't actually sell. And now that the auction house does have a slight fix, it is a little bit easier to sell them. But what I was doing was I just kept putting them up and up and up until they would actually sell. And you just got to keep doing that. Every time when you look at that inbox and it says 100 plus sort of unsold auctions, I put that on a community post once, only about 3 of them actually sold. Now it is a little bit better. So as you can see, I put up a bunch of auctions and we got a lot to sell. So we can just claim all of these, and it's such a nice feeling. But honestly, you've just got to keep putting them up again and again and again. You've got to be persistent with what you're actually doing with them. As you can see, that's put us up to 12 mil now just by selling all of this stuff. And that is a key with all of this stuff. Just sell it. If you're not going to use it for your team, if you've not got any use to it, just pretty much sell it. You're making coins back, and then you can go ahead on the auction house and buy a player that will actually help you with your team. And then you can also try and upgrade your team and all of that. But things I was trying was I was just putting up players at completely random prices. So you can see I got a bunch of these guys over here. So what I was doing is, say with this Ray Allen card, at first I would start them off at the simple, the classic as it were, 101 and then straight 9s like that, and just put them up. Sometimes I'd experiment with 4 hours, 8 hours. Sometimes I'd change it up and go like 10101 and just keep changing it up a little bit, and then just literally just putting absolutely anything, a random amount of coins, as long as it was going to try and sell. That was the key. It doesn't matter really how much it was going for. I was even looking at what some of the players were going for themselves. So say I was selling that Ray Allen card, I'd look exactly at what he was going for, and then also trying to match that price, maybe change it a little bit so it's a little bit less than what the other people are selling it for on the auction house. Over here you can see he's going for about 200k. I'd drop him down to about 175, maybe a little bit at 200 and see how it goes, and then maybe like lower it down a little bit after that. But that is the key when it comes to the auction house. Make sure you're selling your cards, and you've got to be persistent. It's no point really in complaining that your cards aren't selling. Some cards just simply won't sell. Like I've put up pretty much all of these cards about 20 odd times, maybe more than that, and they just haven't sold at all. So I'm just going to keep going, and if I get to the point where they're probably not going to sell at all, then I will just stop and leave them on my bench and maybe use them for future stuff. And we'll go into that future stuff later, which might actually be very useful in making some coins. But you can see over here I've just listed all of these guys at random prices, and you've just got to be persistent with it and just keep trying new things again and again and again, because again, there's no point in complaining about it. It is just going to be the case where sometimes they sell, sometimes they don't sell. And I know it's a pain in you going through all of your inbox. I wish EA had a dismiss all button, but they don't, and you got to just try and live with that if you want to try and make those coins, because that's what I used. And that, as you saw, just claiming all those auctions has put us up to about 2 mil extra on what we had at the beginning of the video. So that is going to be a best way of you being able to make coins. Just look through all your bench, and sometimes it doesn't have to be a lot of players on your bench, and maybe it is just selling promo players that you get early. So say you get monthly master players, they are brilliant if you're looking to sell them, because they are going for so much, especially at the beginning of the month when not many people have them. Over here you can just see most of them are going for a lot of coins at the moment. If you get them earlier in the month, you can see most of them going for about 15 mil, the lowest one there for Bogdanovic. Obviously the prices will lower as you get throughout the month, but if you can get one quickly, you get lucky enough to get one, you can sell that on the auction house. That will get you a ton of coins. Most of my coins actually came from John Havlicek, because I had him, I wasn't really using him for my team at the time, so then I decided to sell him, and that actually meant that I sold him for a lot less than what he's actually going for now. If we just search him up over here, I actually sold him for about 3 or 4 mil, and now you can see I could buy him back for 1 mil if I really wanted to. So that's just making profit again. I've done a whole separate video on the auction house and how you can make coins from that, sort of in a past video, which you can go check out. That included like how you can make sniping filters, all of that stuff, which is going to be pretty helpful. And that is another way of making coins. Sniping is one way of making it, especially because the auction house is slightly fixed now. It is the best time for you to try and make coins off of the auction house through sniping. Now I didn't just use the auction house, I did also use some extra stuff. Obviously playing through different events, different promos will get me coins no matter what. As you go through, you will get some coins. It's not a huge amount, but it is a slight amount of coins, and the more events you play, the more it will add up as you keep going through. The live pass gets you a couple of coins over over here, you can see you get 30k. It's not a huge amount, but it is going to add up over time. The main way I used this sort of ultimate store to get coins was through buying this one over here. This one is 30 tickets and you will get yourself 150k coins straight off the bat, and it can be done 3 times throughout the whole month. So in total that puts you up to 450k every single month just from this alone. Now you can always go ahead and save up your coins, so you can do the 1 mil coin one. That is up to you. That is entirely up to you and your decision. Or you can go into the store, and this is only the case at the beginning of the live pass. Every live pass we get, it seems to always give us this option. You can see you can pretty much make profit just from this. 100k coins for 30 live tickets. All you have to do is have the 200k coins to buy it twice, and then you can go back into the ultimate store and basically spend those live tickets on coins. So that's going to put you up to 300k coins, making 100k profit in total. That is one way of making coins. Or if you're like me, I just save it up there until maybe I need some stamina, maybe I need some credits, but mainly I'm probably going to get the coins at some point. I just don't want to get it right now, if that makes sense, just because at a time when I need those coins, or I need the stamina, or I need the credit, then I can make that decision with my live tickets, and that will help me out in getting those extra coins or stamina or credits, whatever I need for different events, different promos, or whether I need to buy a card itself. And there is also that coin blitz, which I played a couple of times. I didn't play a huge amount, but there is that coin blitz in the live today section over here. You can see, you can play through it and you'll get some coins in the event itself, and you do actually get some in the objectives. If we go down to live today, you can see, you can scroll down, you will get some coins over here all the way up to 100k coins, but you have to play that coin blitz event 200 times, which isn't really going to happen unless you've got an absolute ton of stamina lying around, so you can play through and get yourself 100k coins. I was mainly just playing it about 10 times and getting an extra 10k, because over time it does add up. And obviously there is the extra little set, which does actually give you 5k coins. Again, it's not a huge amount of coins, but at least it is something, and that is the best thing if you're starting from, say, scratch and you've got no coins at all. It's better trying to get this stuff done so you can just build yourself up and get a couple of coins, so you can then play the auction house and get those coins from the auction house through selling, through buying, through making profit, through sniping, all of that stuff. So we've gone through the 2 main ways which I personally used to get 5 million coins in 5 days, but now we're going to go on to a secret sort of future planning, as it were, going on to something else that could potentially make you millions of coins in this game, and that is through trade up sets. Now Nick has mentioned in the past on streams that we are looking to get some trade up sets in the future. As you can see at the moment, they only go up to 85 overall, so hopefully we will get some more going up to 90, maybe even 95 overall, because it has been a while. Hopefully we will get that, and it is in the works. So that is just me making that assumption as to what Nick, the community manager, has been telling us on the streams, and how far and how the progress is going with these trade up sets. He said that we could expect them pretty soon, which is going to be pretty good. But what does that mean for making coins? Well, it means that a lot of people are going to be trying to buy not only players to help them do these trade up sets over here, they are going to need base players. So if you can stock up on a load of base players, you can keep them over here on your bench and not actually sell them now, and then you can wait until people need them. But that isn't the key with the trade up sets. The main big thing with the trade up sets, and it does run a lot of people into the ground with trying to spend a load of coins on, and that is these trade up tokens. You can see at the moment they're going for just around like 1k or so. When the trade up sets do drop, the prices of these will actually skyrocket quite a bit, especially the elite ones, because you're going to need them for the higher overall ones. You can see the lowest one there at 3k. There's probably ones for a little bit less than them. You can filter them by the different types, so you can see you can filter them by gold, or you can filter them by elite, and you can just go through and see the prices of them as you go through. You can see most of them are about 3k. If you can get some a little bit less than that, then you'll be good to go, and stock up all of those, because then you can decide when the trade ups come, if it's worth it. You can use them to then get yourself the trade up stuff and get yourself the players in those trade up sets, or you can see if the prices rise. Now the prices are likely to rise. Again, this is all you taking that risk in purchasing a load of these trade up tokens. I don't suggest buying them like using all of your coins, but I do suggest maybe purchasing a couple, because you could make a good return on them when the trade up sets do actually come about, and you don't actually have to spend any coins at all in getting these trade up tokens. You can go into the live today section. Say if you're not playing a promo or anything like that at the moment, you can go ahead and get some of these daily trade up tokens. They're going to give you gold daily trade up tokens, and then you can use them to then trade up to elite ones, and you can get the elite weekly one as well, and those will then basically stay on your bench until these trade up sets do actually come, and fingers crossed they do come hopefully soon in the future. And when they do come, then you can actually go ahead and sell them on the auction house, and that would probably be better than you buying them on the auction house. You can see there's trade-in ones, so 40 gold tokens gets you 10 elite tokens. It's basically the 4-to-1 ratio, and that will get yourself a ton of these elite trade up tokens to then use in to try and get either the trade up players or sell them on the auction house for a lot of coins, because you can see the 85 requirements of 284s and 1 elite trade up token. I'm only guessing just off of what we had previously in previous seasons. As we go up in trade up sets, you're going to need more players and more of these elite tokens to get yourself the higher overall players. You could get some pretty good players out of those ones. I remember last year there were some rare cards you were pulling, or you were able to pull out of some of these trade up sets. Hopefully they do push it out a little bit further. Instead of just going up to 90 overall, maybe they push it out a bit more and go up to at least maybe 95 overall. That'd be pretty fun to see, but it is in the works because Nick has said it on the stream multiple times. So hopefully we get that pretty soon, maybe in the next week or so, maybe a little bit further than that. But if you can stock up on these trade up tokens, trust me, you will probably make a good return on that. Obviously, you are going to have to take that risk in either purchasing them on the auction house. You yourself have to take that risk. I'm just going by past experience, and it is something that I might try and do. I'm purchasing not a lot of them, but maybe a couple of them and a good amount of them, just so then I can see if it does work out, it's okay. I can make some coins back from it. If it doesn't work out, it's not a huge amount lost because they are only costing me about 3k each. So if I buy, say, about 10 of them, that's only 30k that I've lost, and I can make that back other ways using other tips and tricks that I've shown in this video. But if you want some other ways of making coins, like especially getting filters for sniping and all of that stuff, go check out the previous video in the bottom left hand corner where I explained all the different other ways you can make millions of coins in this game, as well as how you can build it up from scratch. If you're starting from zero, you obviously need the coins to start off with before you can buy and sell stuff on the auction house. So go check out that video, and I'll see you guys in that one. Peace.